ready? Yep. All right. You're going live. ACHA Division III National Championship Hockey is on the air from the Chiller North Ice Arena, just north of Columbus, Ohio. It's the University of Central Florida Knights and the Quinnipiac Bobcats. Marcus Grosnick, Jared Nyland here with the call, as the Quinnipiac Brave are 2-0 in the tournament. UCF 0-2. The Brave have already clinched a spot in tomorrow's semifinals. Jared, you've had a chance to see the Bobcats play in their first two previous games. What out of their play have you liked in the first 2 days?
You know, they really play a team game. They move the puck really well. They have a great forecheck. You know, they really own the offensive zone. I mean, I think they were outplayed in that first game by Michigan State, but they took advantage of the opportunities they had. You know, they didn't have a ton. I think they almost got outshot by about double the amount of shots, but when they had the chance to score, a lot of times they put the puck in the back of the net, and I like how they play.
And for the UCF Knights, unfortunately this will be their last game. They are 0-2. They went through the regional qualifier. They play in a very strong conference in the SECHC, which also features teams like Florida Gulf Coast, who made it to the national tournament this year. Tampa made it the last couple years. USF, University of South Florida, as well. Jared, what do you think they need to do today against the Bobcats to come out with a victory?
You know, I think the power play is a big thing. If they finally get on the power play, which they have for a total of 14 times, they're 1 of 14 on the power play. A real struggle there. They were 0 for 9 the first game, finally got one yesterday, and they just really, I mean, they had 3 goals in the first game, 5, so they're scoring a decent amount of goals, but just not enough from everyone. It's kind of been spread out. I mean, their leading goal scorer, I think, has 2 goals, so really not getting a ton of offensive production from some guys on the team.
All right, getting the starting lineups. We'll give you the starting lineups here in just a moment, as it is time for the national anthem. The Brave looking to go 3-0 in the tournament to get themselves set up for tomorrow's semifinal matchup. Welcome back into the Chiller North Ice Arena. Jared Nyland, Marcus Grosnick, happy you could join us here for this matchup between the University of Central Florida Knights and the Quinnipiac Brave. Brave have already clinched their spot into tomorrow's semifinal matchup. Waiting to see who they will face. UCF looking to finish their pool play and their tournament on a high note. Jared, before we get underway, what might be a few keys for Quinnipiac to come out with a victory?
You know, they're going to need some other guys to step up. They're sitting a lot of their starters who have played these last 2 games. It'll be interesting to see who steps up for them. They just need some lower end guys on their roster to step up and play well today.
And for the Knights, looking to get in the win column for the first time this week, what can we look forward to out of them to get off to a fast start?
You know, they just need some guys that step up and score. I mean, it's as simple as that. I think. You know, Blazek, their leading scorer, at 3 goals, and then it goes to 2, and then it's just a bunch of guys at 1. So no one's really stepped up and been the guy for UCF.
Quinnipiac is going to start with a bench minor with per protocol for the tournament. The players have to skate to the blue line during their announcements. They did not do that. They will start a man down to start this contest here this afternoon.
Not a good start for them.
As the Brave get ready to get things underway here. And the face-off won and controlled by the Knights. Up the boards, now around behind the netminder, picked up by Sipperly. Sipperly now pushes it along up the boards to Zalick. Zalick loses the handle on the puck, and the Brave clear this one down the length of the ice. Off the stick of number 22 for the Brave. Brave clear this one down the length of the ice. Still minute 26 seconds on the power play for UCF along the far side. Knoppel is there. Now taken away by Russo. Russo gets upended, and he's able to dump that one in deep.
UCF trying to get something going on this power play. They've struggled with it, as I mentioned before. Let's see if they can get some offensive movement here in the zone.
Puck comes around to the far side half wall. Dumped back in deep. Picked up down low by Quinnipiac. That's number 21 for the Brave. I don't see a 21 on the score sheet. As the Braves swing it around to the far side. Picked up by Russo, and he hammers it off the boards and all the way down into the zone. The starting goaltender for UCF is Helmstetter, number 30 in white, and number 35, Matthew King, in goal for Quinnipiac down to our right.
Thurkill getting his first start of this tournament.
This one's sent down the length of the ice. Helmstetter is there to grab it. Almost looked to cover it up, but John Brockman came in to take it away. Now comes right back to Helmstetter, and this time he's going to get a whistle. 18 seconds left on the bench minor. 18-17 left here in the first period.
Once again, UCF really not able to get anything going on this power play. Really haven't been able to cycle the puck or really get anything developed here. Already a minute 40 into the power play.
UCF comes back up with the puck. It's going to be Rodney Lalonde. Lalonde now dumps it in deep, picked up by Perlman. Perlman backhands it around to the far side. Now Borgman for the Brave. Along the left side half boards, and he finds the hole in the UCF defense behind Blazek, and that one goes all the way down the length of the ice. Back out to center ice is McGrath. McGrath able to touch this one in. Picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan now from McGrath. Drifts back out to Brockman at center ice. And this is going to be an icing call. I don't hear it, so we're going to stay full strength. Comes back out to the right side half boards. The Brave trying to clear it out of the zone. Picked up by Stephen Neal. Now comes around to the right wing. Back to the right point. Picked up by Brockman. Hammers it off the glass. And the Brave clear it out. Both teams at full and even strength. Just 2 minutes and 44 seconds gone by here in the first period.
Bodies kind of flying all over the ice here. UCF was looking for a call but didn't get it.
Puck comes around to the left wing boards. Picked up by Jack Sullivan. The defenseman gets this one out of the zone. UCF now controls the puck at center ice. Trying to dump it back in was Knoppel. UCF offsides. That allows the Brave to regain possession. Streaking up the ice with the puck. Here's a quick shot. Score! Stephen Neal, number 19, gets the Brave on the board with a snipe past the glove side of Helmstetter, and the Brave continue the hot streak. It's 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, a great shot from the right side circle there, and Quinnipiac still rolling, man. They just have momentum for all these games, starting back from the Michigan State one. And like I said, taking advantage of opportunities. That was really their good first chance, and they score on it.
It was a great snipe by Neal. Just found the soft little area, was able to blow it by the glove side. Quinnipiac back out through the middle. Sullivan now dumps this one down the length of the ice. Comes down into the near side boards. Comes around the right wing boards. Stopping, centering attempt. That one goes right through the blue paint, looking for Mark Russo out in front. Nobody was there. Now Tufts sends it around the right wing half boards. Joe Walker for UCF meets him there. Does not get it out of the zone. Picked up by Zelnick. And it comes to the left half boards. Zalick able to flip this one out. Now Joe Walker. Joe Walker drops it in deep looking for O'Donnell, but a better defensive play by Napolitano. Able to drift this one back below his goaltender, number 35, Matthew King.
Quinnipiac kind of building off that last goal. A little bit more offensive pressure here. Back in their defensive zone now. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Poulin now flips this one out into the neutral territory. Looking for Thompson. Thompson wasn't there, so the Brave regroup in their own zone. UCF trying to win the neutral ice battle. Comes right back to Lalonde in his right face-off dot. Back through the Blue Jackets logo. Pushing it quickly was Bengston. In and below the goal line of King. Quinnipiac turns back with it. Comes back to the point. Rodney Lalonde holds it in at the right point. Centering attempt. Good tip out in front by Napolitano. And the Brave able to not clear the zone. That was a great keep by Schneider. Takes a shot. And King with the stand-up save. 14-15 left here in the first.
Nice save there by King.
Comes back out to the high slot for Barrett, and this time we are going to get the offsides. 14:49 left in the first, 1-0 Quinnipiac on a great goal by number 19, Stephen Neal.
Bengston down low there. Oh, he's going to the box or something. I was just going to say, he probably should have been called for a slash. Was lucky he got away with one down there. Bengston actually has the 10th most penalty minutes in this tournament, or excuse me, on the season from players in this tournament.
Puck comes back out to the left point, picked up by Leifer. Now left half boards. Comes back to the left point. Leifer has it again at the left half boards. Now down low for Russo. Russo sends it below the goal line, trying to push it back up to the point to Poulin. He gets rubbed off the puck. Now holding it in at the line was Dixon. Dixon drops it for Thompson. Goes down low over for Napolitano. Napolitano getting roughed off the puck by Rodney Lalonde for UCF. Comes around to the left half boards. Back to the left point. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson goes out of the zone, gives it to Leifer. Leifer below the goal line. Centering attempt, looking for that backdoor play to Chad Thompson. Nothing was there. King's going to drop it. 1:13 left in the power play. 14 left here in the first. 1-0 Brave.
Couldn't quite connect on the pass there for Quinnipiac, but 5 for 7 yesterday on the power play, and here they come again.
Here's Leifer. Drops it back for Sullivan. Takes a shot. And Helmstetter able to throw that left pad out there and make the save. Brave keep it in at the point. Here's Russo. Takes a shot, and Helmstetter again off the stick of Shane Napolitano, able to make the save. Turning with it, Chad Thompson below the goal line. Helmstetter drifts back to his left post. Now he has it along the right half boards. Thompson drifts it back to the right point. Now down to the left half boards. Now it's Russo. Russo back to the left point. Controlled by Sullivan. Takes a shot. That one didn't get all the way through. Now Mark Russo with 24 left on the power play. 1-0 Brave. Comes back to the high slot. UCF trying to clear this one out, but a good keep in at the point. Here comes the shot by Sullivan, and that's a save made by Helmstetter. UCF struggling to get themselves out of this zone. They have spent a lot of time. Here's a shot, and Helmstetter finally, with 5 seconds left, able to soak it up in the breadbasket. 1-0 Brave with 12:54 left here in the first.
Quinnipiac doing a nice job of cycling the puck there in the offensive zone. Not really getting any good chances there till that last shot.
Face-off will be to the left of Helmstetter. 5 seconds left. Good first power play here for the Brave. Let's see if they can try to get something set up here in the last 5 seconds. Comes back to the left point, and the puck trickles out to center ice, picked up by Jack Tufts. Here's a quick shot off the stick. Number 24, Bengston, comes around to the far side. The Brave trying to clear this one out of the zone. It's Connor Dixon. Dixon gets taken down, given over to Tufts. Here comes another penalty to UCF. It's going to be a tripping call, I would believe. Extra attacker out for the Brave. King off to the bench. Right down and shoots, and a good save made by Helmstetter. Oh, I can't believe he is able to get to that one. Tufts with the opportunity to knock that one out of midair, get a shot off, but the Brave are going right back on the power play. 12:20 left in the first. 1-0 in favor of the Brave.
Yeah, quick whistle there by the referee. Actually, it looked like that puck might have still been loose. Looked like Quinnipiac might have had an opportunity there. Whistle blown, and now they'll go to the power play.
Face off to the right of Helmstetter. Picked up by Lalonde. Comes back to the high slot. Going down low from Tufts to Sullivan. Now Tufts gets it away from him. Here comes a partial breakaway. Blasiak takes the shot, turns it right, shoots, and a save made by King. King does a good job of Zanicki, able to get him off the puck. Otherwise, he would have had a wide open net. Now here comes Zanicki on the left wing. Back out to the Brave. They clear the zone. Trying to go through one man was Barrett. And then Helmstetter thought he made the save, but it's in. Nolan Barrett, I think, got it through the 5-hole of Helmstetter, and it's a power play goal. 2-0 Brave with 11:40 left in the first period.
Yeah, nice. Pretty easy save. It looked like it was going to be for Helmstetter. Somehow slips through the 5-hole area for Quinnipiac to make this a 2-goal game.
Face off at center ice. Got a quick change here, and I think we're going to get a goaltender change. He's getting his stuff ready. Was the backup, but no, they're going to keep him in there.
I think Helmstetter's the one who said no to that change.
Picked up by Prada. Sends this one in over the blue line, quickly out by Rodney Lalonde. Lalonde now sends this one in deep. UCF trying to go in on the forecheck, picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan drops the pass back over to Prada. Prada over the red line, gets it over the blue line at the UCF zone. Quickly back out come the Knights. Knights give it up to Sipperly. Sipperly in the right wing boards. Now stops at the half wall. Back to the point for Walker. Now for Lalonde. Lalonde takes a shot. That one goes whistling wide of King. Quinnipiac able to clear the zone. Back out with it is Cho. Cho trying to take a shot. That one goes just wide as he had Helmstetter moving to his left.
Yeah, Helmstetter was really out of position there after he moved to his left. Luckily, that shot went wide from Cho.
Now Walker drops it back over for Zalik for UCF. They touch back up, drops it for Bankston. And a shot save made by King off Bankston's second opportunity along the right wing boards. Now Cho, high off the glass. Getting it out to center ice was to Chad Thompson. I'm getting my tongue tied here. Chad Thompson goes deep in on Helmstetter. Now circles around looking for the centering attempt as Napolitano was coming off the change. So it gets flipped off the duct work right at center ice. Whistle will stop play. 10:08 left in the first. 2-0 Quinnipiac.
Back to that shot from Drew Bankston. That kid has a ripper of a shot. Leading scorer for UCF on the regular season. And they are now going with the goalie change for UCF. Looks like Ben Tebow coming in. He played yesterday against Michigan State.
Face off one by UCF. They're going to set things up from behind their own goal. Back out to center ice. Trying to touch it in deep was Bankston. And he can't get it in. Brave doing a very good job of gumming things up right at their own blue line. Now Napolitano had it escape his stick. Drops it over to Leifer. Leifer now along the far side in front of his own bench is Chad Thompson. Quinnipiac doing a good job of just waiting for the play to develop, not trying to force anything here. UCF trying to force the issue here just a little bit. Bankston takes a shot. Good block out in front as it was off the right shin guard of Justin Leifer. Now below the goal line. Leifert trying to pinch his man up the boards. UCF comes out with it. It's Schneider, takes a shot, and Matthew King makes the save. Second opportunity. Is it in the goal, or did he stop it? I think he made the stop in the butterfly. Face-off will come to the right, and we will get our immediate timeout here. Jared, 9-11 left in the first. 2-0 Quinnipiac over UCF. You're listening to the ACHA Division III National Championships here from Columbus, Ohio.
It's Quinnipiac. I don't know how I can't remember how you said it, but the first thing too, you were just staring at you. Yeah, I know, but I was just standing here like, oh god.
Face off to the right of King. And Quinnipiac wins the draw back. Out to center ice. Now it's Dixon. Dixon over the left wing boards. Now into the left wing corner. He gets it hard hit in deep off the check from John Brockman. Quinnipiac holds it in at the right point. Stephen Neal goes down low, taken away by Brockman again. Brockman shovels it up to Blazik. Now at the left point for Connor Dixon. Dixon can't hold it in at the left point, so the Brave retreat back into their own zone. Out through center ice, hopping over the stick of Neal and then over Brockman's stick. Brockman for UCF has it along the right wing boards. Trying to get it back out of the zone, looking for McGrath. Now jumping up on the play is Blazik. Blazik looking for a shot. Matthew King with a good save off the right pad. Central Forward centers it up to Lalonde. Lalonde was there, gets his own redirect in the left half boards.
King, an underrated player so far in this tournament, but he's been fantastic for Quinnipiac.
I mean, when you play teams that they have, I think they've played New Mexico and Michigan State, two very good teams. Michigan State was the #1 team in the Central, and they were able to beat them on day one, which really set them up to make the semifinals. As Matthew King makes a quick stand-up save, comes over to Walker. Walker trying to shovel that one to the front of the net. And nobody was home, picked up by Zanicki. Zanicki can't hold it in. Here's a delayed penalty call coming up, I believe, on Quinnipiac. And finally, the puck is touched, and UCF will go on their second power play of the night. Already 0 for 1 with 7:24 left in the first. 2-0 Brave.
Yeah, it looked like there could have been a lot more called there on the side of UCF and Quinnipiac. A lot of pushing and shoving going around from that. But I mean, like going back to King, he allowed 2 goals against Michigan State. Played fantastically. I think the final score of yesterday's game was 11-3. Yes, it was. Only 3 goals. And a lot of, I think one of them was kind of in that third period when pretty much the game was over at that point.
So Dixon is going to go to the box for the Brave. Comes back to the point, picked up by Knoppel. Here's a quick shot save made by King off a good shot by Perlman. Comes around to the right wing boards and all the way down the Brave with a pretty good clearing attempt off the stick of Stephen Neal. And UCF getting things set up from behind. Their netminder, Kyle Helmstetter. 7 minutes left in the first. 2-0 Brave. This one gets sent in deep along the far side. The Braves can't clear it. Good keep in at the right point. Perlman looking for Begston. And the Brave are going to get this one out. Connor Dixon, Cho trying to race to the puck. He gets taken down. No penalty call. I think he just lost an edge as he was driving hard with those speedy wheels.
Yeah, it looked like he was just going a little bit too fast for himself there and couldn't keep control of his body.
Trying to pass it off the boards. Back to himself was Zalik, but taken away by Borgman. Quinnipiac with a very good penalty kill here. Jared, I think you have some numbers on those penalty kill numbers for the Brave.
I do, yeah. Yesterday, 3 for 5 yesterday, so not the greatest. New Mexico's best chances actually came on the penalty kill against Michigan State, 1 for 2. So, not actually the greatest penalty kill, but you know what? They've been able to score enough and done okay and done really well on the power play, 5 of 7 yesterday, to keep them in these games.
Below the goal line, 6 minutes to go here, 30 left on the Florida power play. This one gets redirected right out in front of our camera angle, picked up by Zanicki, and the Brave able to clear that one down. Good just puck pursuit by Jack Tufts. And he's able to clear that one down the length of the ice. Back with it come the Knights. It's Lalonde taking a shot, going through the blue paint. Looking for a redirect. Nothing was there, so they're going to come back out to center ice. John Brockman over the Blue Jackets logo. Brave back at full strength as they are 2 for 2 on the PK here tonight. UCF centers this one up, taking a shot, redirected off the post as Liam McGrath took the shot from the left face-off circle.
That one kind of got tipped around almost.
That's what I thought bounce too, right? I think I saw it tip maybe 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
Good 5 or 10 feet out in front of the net. Here comes a hard shot, fake shot now by Rodney Lalonde, soaked up by the netminder Matthew King, and we're going to get a whistle stopping play. 4:53 left in the first period. 2-0 Brave.
Now, Quinnipiac playing a really solid game here, up 2-0. Really, with so many starters, normal starters not playing, still playing really well, keeping the momentum from those last 2 games, and a win here would even give them more momentum as they face Oakland tomorrow in the semifinals.
Puck comes back into the UCF zone. See if they can't get something going here, get themselves on the board late in the first period. Puck comes around the far side. UCF they cough it up where the Brave trying to convert. Comes back to Sipperly, taking a shot. Good pad save made by King off the right pad. Picked up by Knoppel. Knoppel goes down low for Brockman. Brockman around the right side half boards, trying to pinch in with Sipperly, and it floats its way back out to neutral ice for Shane O'Donnell. Good puck pursuit by Stephen Neal. Good back check. Marion hosts alike there. Swings it around to the left half boards, now into the corner for Connor Dixon. Dixon gets taken off the puck. Shane O'Donnell sends this one around the length of the ice. Now Serrano. So it's number 33, Borgman, not 30. Saw 0, thought it was 30. Comes back over the Blue Jackets logo. Borgman able to knock that one away. Back out to neutral ice. Back into the Knights zone is Eric Knoppel. Drifts back with it, and the Knights able to get this one over the blue line. Back out to center ice. And it's going to be an offsides call here on the Brave. And, it's been a kind of a really weird period, Jared. And, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of good flow to it. It's kind of back and forth kind of hockey. Yeah, the Brave have gotten 2 goals and they're up 2-0. Just doesn't seem like there's a lot of spunk to anybody's steps. Just really blah kind of hockey.
Yeah, it's been pretty choppy, and Quinnipiac taking advantage of that opportunities. Kind of like I said earlier, they're not getting a ton of chances, but they're scoring on the opportunities they're getting.
Quinnipiac 2-0, and they started the game with a 2-minute bench minor. As we mentioned, the protocol here for Nationals is when your name is called for the starting lineup, you need to skate to the blue line. Otherwise, you're going to be assessed a 2-minute minor penalty. That did happen today. They started on the man down, and they were able to kill off the couple penalties.
Interesting part is that happened in a game I think I called yesterday, but no penalty was called. They skated a little bit off the goal line, not even halfway though, and then they came up as a team. So I don't know if it was because they came up as a team.
Yeah.
But there was nothing called in that
Shoot
one.
Scores! Edward Cho, what a redirect. Kurt Borgman with with the shot, and Cho right through his legs, able to knock that one through the 5-hole of Helmstetter.
Yeah, Cho's played really well this tournament. He had a hat trick actually yesterday in the game against New Mexico, adding another one here. So that's 4 goals in his last, game and a little time here in the first.
Face off at center ice. Brave win this one over the red line. Then quickly dumped in by Liam McGrath. King's going to play it back over for Tufts. And he spins back around with it. Below the red line. Now gets it up the boards for Thompson. Thompson gains the line at the left point. Comes right in on Helmstetter. Shoots. Scores! Chad Thompson. Just like that, it's a 4-0 lead for the Brave. And what a great play by Thompson to use the speed and go 5-hole on Helmstetter.
That's actually Tebow in net for UCF. The Helmstetter went out with a hand injury. It looked like he shook it off at first and said, no, I don't want to come out. A few moments later, he came out. It looks like he's okay on the bench, but Tebow is in net.
Thank you for that, Jared. Yeah, I didn't catch that. It looked like the same black helmet. I still thought it was Helmstetter in there because he did wave it off. 2:25 left in the first. 4-0 Quinnipiac. Back with it over the line is Blazik. Blazik along the left half boards. Held in at the point by Lalonde. Lalonde goes down low for Blazik once more. Quickly controlled by Napolitano. Napolitano dumps this one in deep. 2 minutes to go here in the first. 4-0 Brave. Puck comes right down the middle of the ice. Is this going to be an icing call? It is not good. Rush there by Brandon Blazik to knock that one away. UCF at the right point. Goes down low, Rodney Lalonde. Looking for Zanicki. Zanicki sends this one back around the right wing corner. Back up the boards, and the Brave clear this puck out of the zone. Back comes Edward Cho, looking for his second save made by Tebow. Cho now gets knocked off the puck in the corner by Perlman. Centering attempt not there. Here's another shot. Good block out in front. UCF doing a good job of getting some of those lanes. That time it was Rodney Lalonde. Looks like the Brave are on a power play. Good puck protection and movement by the forwards. Mark Russo back to the point. Drops it for Leifer. Leifer goes down low into the corner. Picked up by Tufts. 1 minute to go here in the first. 4-0 Brave. Puck comes back all the way down, and this is going to be an icing call here on the Knights with 52.3 to go in the first.
Quinnipiac finally now starting to control the offensive zone. Like you said, move the puck around. It looked like they were on a power play. We were talking about how it was kind of a choppy game, but finally, last 45 seconds to a minute and a half there, Quinnipiac with nice puck control in the offensive zone. UCF really can't get anything from it.
Quinnipiac and the right wing face-off circle. Evan Maoni has the face-off win. UCF controls now. Dropping it back with Eric Knoppel for Joe Walker. Walker up the boards for Sipperly. Sipperly gains the line at the left point. Now dropping it back to Lalonde. Now one-timer coming from Knoppel. Takes the shot. King makes the save. Rebound was given up. 30 to go. Here's another shot. Save made by King. As there was a stick loose on the ice. And the Brave able to clear this one down. Back into his own zone is Eric Knoppel. Drifts back with it. Now sends it up to Sipperly. Brave back out to center ice for number 8, Connor Dixon, looking for one last rush, and that one goes off the glass into the right wing corner boards. Rodney Lalonde is there. He's just going to try to pinch this one up along the boards. Brave come out with it, and that is going to do it for the first period, Jared, as the Brave come up with a 4-0 lead as we had a little bit of a scrum in that far corner as Shane O'Donnell got tangled up with somebody from Quinnipiac. Did not see who that was. Number 2, thank you, Lindsay. Evan Maoni And I don't think anything is going to come of this after the period ended. Thoughts on the first period?
Really liked what I saw from Quinnipiac. At first, those first 2 goals were kind of just taking advantage of their opportunities. Not a whole lot was going offensively for either team. The last 2, Quinnipiac finally starting to get some offensive movement and control the puck in that zone, and that led to those 2 goals.
All right, coming up, second period action, about 14 minutes away. 4-0 Quinnipiac over UCF. You're listening to the 2018 ACHA Division III National Championships. every time I hit jackpot, that's what's going to happen. Ready? All right. Back here at the ACHA Division III National Championships, Quinnipiac up 4-0 on UCF. Face-off will be at center ice. 2 penalties after the play, so we'll start 4-on-4. Jared, I did not see who went in the box, so we'll just wait to see who they call it on. As Quinnipiac. So Mayone, number 2 for Quinnipiac. And O'Donnell for Tampa, or excuse me, for Central Florida. The new goaltender for the Brave is going to be number 30, Michael Cernero. As King pitched a shutout in the first period, Cernero is going to get the start in the second period. Figured he would probably take things the rest of the way, as they will have a matchup tomorrow against the Oakland Golden Grizzlies in the semifinal, the first semifinal.
Matchup between 2 4 seeds. Who would have saw that coming?
I definitely didn't see it. Now tonight, or the next game on this sheet is going to be Central Michigan at Air Force. Here's a shot. That one gets turned wide. That's a winner take all in that pool as well.
That should be a fantastic game there.
And remind me, who would that winner play?
They play Hope.
There you go.
And on the other ice, Arkansas beating Hope right now. I believe it's 4-0.
Yep. So you could have a potential MCHC, all-MCHC semifinal. And if Oakland would win, you'd have an all-MCHC final again for the 3rd straight year at the national tournament. That would push up MCHC's national championship title to 7 straight years. As a shot turned wide by Cernero, and then it's quickly pushed in there. Dangerous play out by Timothy Poulin as he tried to give it over to his goaltender to get the whistle, and luckily nothing comes of it. 42 left on the 4-on-4, 18:41 left here in the second.
Yeah, it looked like Poulin shot it on his own net there for a second. I don't think the goaltender was expecting it, and he was a little surprised. Ended up was able to cover the puck there. And
here's a centering attempt that goes through everybody's legs, and the Knights have to regroup back in their own zone. Bradley Perlman, right face-off dot, goes behind Tebow, gets it right back along from his partner Rodney Lalonde. Quinnipiac holds it in at the right point, picked up by Jack Sullivan. Sullivan gets it in deep, quickly back out to center ice. Knights trying to break back over the blue line. John Brockman hammers this one in behind Cernero. Back come the Brave. Anthony Prada, number 5, in the very bright blue uniforms. Prada centering. Here's a quick shot save made by the goaltender Benjamin Tebow. As the Brave and the Knights are back at full strength with 17:52 to go here in the second period.
Slow start for both these teams this period. Just nothing really going for either of them. They just kind of seem like they don't really, I don't want to say care, but they just not putting a lot of effort into it, it seems like.
It just seems a very static kind of period, and that's kind of the way that the first period went. Yeah, there was some chances for Central Florida as they come up on the rush. Here is Bankston. Gets knotted up at the blue line, then the puck gets deflected off a Chad Thompson stick and out of play. Jared, and you know, in the first period, a 4-0 lead for the Brave. What are some things you think the coach for the Knights was telling his kids, that's Sean Weaver, in the locker room to get themselves into this game in the second?
You know, I think he's telling them, you know, you don't want to leave the national tournament going 0-3. You want to get a win. You want to hang your head a little higher than you would by going 0-3. So, I mean, you know, I think they just need a little bit more, you know, they need to create some more chance in the offensive zone and really just play for pride, which this game isn't a big hit there.
Yeah, and it's going to be a penalty on number 20, Eric Knoppel. Cross-checking, or actually a hit from behind.
Yeah.
So the Brave will go on the power play down to the right of our broadcast position. 17:05 left in the second period.
Those are hits you just don't want to see, especially in this game that really, you know, like you said, there's no implications from it. So, you know, a dirty hit there, you don't need it and you don't want to see it.
Yeah, it's kind of like what happened in our first game with George Mason and Georgia Tech. Things got real heated at the end of that game. Both teams not making it to the semifinals, but like I talked to both head coaches in that first and second intermissions, very proud that their team made it to the Nationals, and it's something that they can grow their program around. Georgia Tech, especially a lot of sophomores on that team, have a lot of room to grow over the next 2 to 3 years. As this one is sent all the way down as they play in the SEC ACHA, which is a very competitive league, along with the Georgia Ice Dogs, who will play a little bit later on today as well.
Yeah, Quinnipiac's got to be careful too. You know, as aggressive as these games get, they got to know they play in the semis tomorrow. They don't want anyone to get hurt, or especially you don't want to see anyone get DQ'd from your team and unable to play tomorrow.
This one tapped down low by Nolan Barrett and sent right back out by UCF as that was off the stick of Andrew Schneider. Rodney Lalonde, one of the defensemen that has been playing a lot of time here, the alternate captain, directing traffic for his penalty killers. Back into the zone comes Kurt Borgman. Borgman up the boards along the far side, picked up by Calkins. And Knight's able to send this one down the length of the ice. Haven't been able to get things set up, Jared, here in this power play.
No, I mean, it almost looks like they're not on a power play. It's kind of, you thought, like we've been saying, it's kind of stagnant game, and you thought it would improve on the power play, but it really hasn't. Ooh, that's a good call by the official there.
Yep, that's going to be a kneeing call here. It's going to be another penalty on UCF. As Quinnipiac trying to touch it up, and finally the Knights do.
Another just dangerous play there. They call it a trip there, but that was definitely a kneeing call.
Yeah, definitely same kind of thing as they got sent over the board, or sent through the air. It's going to be a number 17, Brandon Blazik. So it'll be a two-man advantage here for 17 seconds. 15:22 to go here in the second, 4-0 Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac's going to have to keep their head on a swivel here, try to dodge some of these dangerous plays here. They make a late change there to UCF. The refs allow it, though.
Face-off going to be Drew Bengtson and Jeremy Calkins. Calkins wins it back to the left point, picked up by Poulin. Poulin gets it back to the point for Calkins, or for Tufts, at the right point. 5 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Back to the right point. Tufts goes down low to Calkins. Calkins centering attempt. Good tip in by Russo, but a better save by Tebow. Now 15 minutes to go in the second period. 1:35 left on the power play. Centering attempt, trying to take the shot, was number 21, Timothy Poulin. Nothing was there, and the Knights able to clear this one out of the zone. Sipperly trying to get in shorthand. Sipperly takes the shot, and a good save by Cernero.
Yeah, first saw a tough chance Cernero's face, and he stood up to the task.
Here comes one opportunity with a pretty good rush there by Edward Cho, who has a goal tonight. Tebow able to poke check that one away. Here's another shot, doesn't get all the way through. Jack Sullivan in the right wing corner. Sullivan trying to evade a check down low. He battles with Zanicki. Zanicki hands it off for Knoppel. Now back below the goal line, picked up by Russo. Russo hands it off, then gets it right back below the goal line. They play catch. Coming in for the one-timer attempt was Sullivan. Nothing was there, so it's controlled by number 5, Anthony Prada. Prada sends it around the left half boards. Back into the near side, far side corner. Comes back around to the left half boards. 20 to go in the power play. 13:45 left here in the second period. It's a 4-0 Brave lead.
Quinnipiac, much better power play here than that first one. I mean, I know they overlapped for about 15 seconds, but we're able to control the puck in the zone. Had a pretty good scoring chance, but a nice save by Tebow stopped that one.
Evan Mayoni now picks things up in front of his goaltender, Michael Cernero. Cernero's going to try to come back around, play this one free to Jack Sullivan. Sullivan along the near side, battles with Sipperly in the left wing corners. Now comes around to the far side for Dixon. Dixon backhands this one below the goal line. Picking it up is Jack Sullivan yet again. Now flips this one back out to the point, but not out. Good standing keep in by Blazik, who was just out of the box after the tripping call.
First time UCF's had some sustained pressure here, but that ends right after I say that.
You know, it's the broadcaster's curse, Jared. You got to get used to it. This one's sent all the way back in deep. Picked up by Brockman. Quinnipiac goes for a change. Brockman trying to catch him in it. Gets up to Blazik. Gains the line at the left point. Now skates to the high slot. Off the boards. Comes right in on Cernero. Turns that one wide off of Zanicki. Zanicki trying to center it out. Here's a quick shot. That one goes off the post. That came off, but they're going to let him play on because it wasn't too bad. Comes back along the near side for Zanicki. Zanicki battles hard in deep with Justin Leifer. Back at the left point. Some pressure coming now from Lalonde. Lalonde skates in the right wing half boards. Gets it back. Battles in deep with Dixon. UCF trying to get things settled down here. Looking to get themselves on the board. Ooh, skips one check, but the Brave able to clear this one out of the zone, gain the red line, and Stephen Neal and the rest of the Brave go for a change.
Yeah, they were pretty tired there. That puck was in their zone for a long time, so much needed clear all the way down the ice to go for the long change.
This one is going to get sent in deep. Battling for it was Poulin and Schneider. Poulin wins that battle. The Brave can't clear it. Finally, it does come out of the zone from Justin Leifer and sent right back in hard by Nolan Barrett. Picked up on the near side by Napolitano. Napolitano left half boards. Now skates with some speed back to the high slot. Takes a quick shot. That one's ricocheted wide off of Tebow and off the end glass.
Looked like that might have been tipped in front. Not sure. Almost a beautiful tip, though.
Puck comes back out to the point. Connor Dixon sends this one in the right wing half boards. Now taking a hit down low was Lalonde. And the Knights able to clear this one down. Cernero's going to come out to play it. Now we got a whistle stopping play. And
27 going to the box there for Quinnipiac.
Yeah, the Bears are going to go, or excuse me, the Brave are going to go on the penalty kill. Shane Napolitano.
Probably a roughing call there. I missed it completely, or trip it actually looks like.
Yeah,
now.
It was behind the play. I think it's going to be a roughing call. So the Knights are going to go on the power play here. 10:56 to go in the second. 4-0 Quinnipiac. Face off to the right of Cernero. Cernero has looked sharp in the second period here. Tripping is going to be the call on Napolitano. Good call there, Jarrett. And this set down the length of the ice. Tebow's going to stop it there and leave it for Eric Knoppel.
UCF already struggling on this power play. Only 20 seconds in, already cleared down the ice one time by Quinnipiac.
Now at the high slot, skating in deep with it is Zanicki. And now we got a whistle stopping play.
We've really had an issue with that net coming off all weekend. I was here for a few games yesterday on this side of the rink, and it came off multiple times in that game, and I've seen it in games I've just been watching. It's coming off as well.
It hasn't been too bad, but today definitely I've noticed it a little bit more today over the first 1.5 games here. And the Brave able to win the faceoff and clear this one down the length of the ice.
Yeah, second time it's already been cleared all the way down. 40 seconds into this one. UCF just not able to figure it out on the power play. They were 18% on the entire season. That was second worst of teams coming into the tournament.
Puck comes around to the right point. UCF sends this one in deep. Looking to center attempt. Good pick off by looking for McGrath. But the Brave able to send that one down the length of the ice off the stick of Mark Russo.
There was a good chance there on the no-look backhand pass there. Just nobody was there, though.
Puck comes back out in front. Quickly, Russo has it again, and he flips that one down the length of the ice. Tebow's going to come out to play it. He sends it high off the glass. Back with it comes the Knights. It's Zanicki. Zanicki trying to go through 3 men. Here's a quick shot. Oh, a save made by Cernero again as he tried to poke check it. He's out without a paddle. And the Brave able to clear this one out. It's a breakaway opportunity. Here's Calkin. Shoots, and he sends that one off the crossbar. Cernero on one end leads to an opportunity for Calkins on the other. And now Tebow makes the save. save with 13 to go on the power play, 9:09 left in the second.
Yeah, Sonera there, with almost a huge mistake that cost him a goal, as there's 13 seconds left on the penalty kill for him, but then ends up recovering from that and making a beautiful stop. It looked like he got a stick on it after, and then lost control of it, and then created that chance the other way, like you said.
Face off controlled by the Knights, picked up by Lalonde. Lalonde now gets it up the boards to the near side for Brockman. Brockman, number 14, over the Blue Jackets logo with a lot of speed, gains the line at the right point, now goes in deep, looks to backhand it on Cernero, and that one goes through the blue paint. Brave able to come back out with it. Here comes Napolitano. Napolitano out of the box, drives hard, and that one goes just wide. Both teams at full strength with 9:42 to go here in the second period.
Some big hits starting to get laid there. Napolitano is not happy either.
Here's Leifer. Leifer gets it back in his own zone right in front of Cernero. Trying that stretch pass, and coming into the zone. Here's a quick shoot, scores! Chad Thompson with a forehand backhand, and he's able to roof it over Tebow. 5-0 with 8:16 to go in the second.
Back-to-back goals there for Thompson. That's his second of the day. And Quinnipiac's really rolling here. They're feeling it out there. They're just doing a good job of moving the puck, and they're getting chances. Looks like we're going into our media timeout here.
All right, when we come back, we'll have the second half of the period. 5-0 Brave here from the Chiller North Ice Arena. It's the 2018 ACHA Division III National Championships. Welcome back to the 2018 ACHA Division III National Championships. University of Central Florida taking on the Quinnipiac Brave. 5-0 Brave after a quick goal by Shane Napolitano.
Thompson on the goal.
Thompson, you're right. Number 15, not 27. That's why you got a color guy to look out for those things. Comes around to the right side for Central Florida, picked up by Knoppel. Knoppel on the right side half boards. Now clears it around below the goal line. Trying to take it away was Dixon. Dixon and Knoppel battle for it in the right wing corner. Then he takes a hit from behind. And no penalty call. Here's a quick shot turned wide by Tebow. Now backhanding it with Stephen Neal. Stephen Neal.
Excuse me. I was going to say, refs have been doing a good job of keeping this game in control. Maybe, that was borderline, I think, there, but good job in keeping this one intact.
Yeah, I think they probably could have got them for that one. A hit from behind or a cross check, but no penalty called. Less than 8 to go here in the second. 5-0 Brave. Up the boards at the left point, sent back in by Walker. Cernero leaves it there for Borgman. Borgman drops it back over to the far side half boards. Now gets it right back. Up through the middle, trying to connect was Stephen Neal, but quickly read by Joe Walker. Quinnipiac off the skate, winds, fires, and a save made by Tebow off the good stick by Connor Dixon.
Nice save there by Tebow. Nice glove save. Got it. Put it right in front of his face. It looked like it was coming right at his head and stopped it with the glove.
Face off to the right of Tebow. Both teams getting fresh legs out on the ice. .702 here in the second period. This one gets flipped into the far side corner. Jeremy Calkins is there. Calkins and Edward Cho both looking for his second. Calkins looking for his first today. Back over the line is Sipperly. Sipperly below the goal line. Dances around one check from Russo. On the far side, half boards. Picked up along the near side for Russo. Now we got a scrum involved here. Finally, the Knights come back out with it. Going down low, into the zone is Brockman. Brockman turns around to the left side, half boards. Takes a shot. Cernero doesn't get to him. Finally does, and he's able to get the whistle. 6:17 left in the second, 5-0 Quinnipiac.
UCF finally, I mean not finally, but once again getting some offensive pressure, moving the puck around nicely, get a slight chance there. I mean, Cernero made a nice play there. I don't think it ever was a good opportunity, but they just need to keep moving the puck, try to claw themselves back into this one so they don't go home empty-handed.
Face-off won by the Brave. They backhand this one off the end glass. Good keep in by Lalonde, and finally the Brave able to break back out with it. Can't get it in deep. Ooh. And now it comes back into the Brave zone. Picked up by number 22, Jack Sullivan. Sullivan sends this one down the length of the ice. Is it going to go enough for icing? It is not, as the Knights player Tebow comes out to play it. Comes back through the right side half boards. Now along the left wing, picked up by Perlman. Perlman sends this one in deep. Cernero is there.
Comes way out of his not to play that one.
Mike Smith-esque, as we've seen him play in the AHL, definitely loves to play the puck. Here's a one-timer, and that one goes just over the crossbar off the stick of Andrew Schneider. And it looks like, UCF just looks like Cernero gloves that one down. They're just really bunched up. I don't think there's not a lot of space right now that they're giving each other to get those passes. They're just very condensed and bunched up with where they're at.
Yeah, and it's a lot different from that first game they played against New Mexico. They outplayed New Mexico in that game. They lost 4-3 in overtime. They had, I think it was like 52 to 31 shots in favor of UCF in that game. They were spread out, moving the puck well, really peppering the goaltender. Not the case here today.
Face-off won by the Brave. They can't get this puck out. Held in at the point by Zalic. Zalic goes down low. Center time shoots. Good save by Cernero. And that one was right on the goal line, but the Brave able to clear this one down and use the boards bank style, and it comes right in on Tebow.
I thought that one went in for a second. It looked like it kind of rimmed around the back of the net, but the ref said otherwise.
Yeah, it looked like it just kind of laid right on that goal line as Cernero made the save, and now Tebow makes a good save off a good shot by Connor Dixon, and our face-off will be to the right of the UCF netminder.
Quinnipiac losing a little bit of their edge here the last couple minutes. Not too much offensive pressure. UCF doing a nice job of keeping it in that zone. Finally move it back down here and force an offensive zone draw.
Face-off won by the Brave. Oh, and a giveaway, but a good keep in off the skate of Jack Sullivan. Otherwise, he would have been gone. The Knights would have been on their way back down the ice. Brave trying to go through three men. That was Stephen Neal trying to do a 1-on-3. Comes around the right side half boards. Now we got some pretty hard hitting coming along this right wing boards.
Watch out.
Here's a quick shot. That one goes just wide off of Evan Mayoni.
Looked like we were going to get some extra activity there on these close side boards, but nothing came from it.
Nothing coming from it, just some good chirping and good chatter. This one off the skate of Brendan Blazik. Brave clear this one back to the blue line. Now controlled by Blazik yet again. Tries to get this one in deep, picked up by Quinnipiac. Borgman from Russo. Russo taps this one in.
They got the call there.
And we got a penalty coming up on the Brave. I think it's going to be Stephen Neal. Extra attacker out. I guess not on the ice. Tebow wasn't sure who the penalty was on. And it's going to be a holding call on number 19, Stephen Neal. So a late penalty coming up here. See if the Knights can convert.
Yeah, I think UCF, just the frustration is building. 2 losses already, down 5-0. They've kind of been chirping. They've been talking to Quinnipiac here, and it looked like eventually Quinnipiac just had enough of it as Neal just took his guy down.
Face off to the left of Cernero. Back to the point, picked up by Neal. Neal goes down low in the right half boards. Now gets it right back below the goal line. Picked up by Perlman. Knights trying to get things set up. They got it overloaded to one side. Looking for that umbrella and a good pickoff, and in comes Cho. Cho on the breakaway. Cho Deeks shoots and a save made by Tebow, and then the net came off the moorings as Cho gives him a tap. Say good save. 1:32 left on the power play. 3:10 left in the period.
I think that's the second breakaway Cho's been stopped on. He's already got 1 goal. Could have 3, but he's 0 for 2 on the breakaway.
Yeah, he's had a couple good opportunities. Both Tebow and Helmstetter able to stop him thus far. Face-off going to be to the left of Tebow in the neutral zone. Picked up by the Brave. And they are able to send this one down just to the blue line. Picked off by Lalonde. Now it's Brockman. Brockman at the right point. Takes a shot. Gloved away off the glove of Cernero. Might have got a piece of the crossbar as well. Now it's Zanicki. Zanicki gets this one back to the point to Lalonde. Lalonde down low to Zanicki yet again in the left wing corners. Zanicki plays catch, looking for that passing lane. Looking for the short side attempt, but a better stick by Mark Russo to take away. And the Knights are forced to regroup with a minute left on the power play. Here's a quick shot save made by Cernero as he soaks it up in the butterfly. 46 left in the power play, 2:24 left here in the second period.
UCF they can't get anything going on the power play. I know, obviously 0 goals in this one so far, so the offense really hasn't been working. But on the man advantage, they just can't seem to get it figured out.
Face-off won by the Brave. This one is sent down the length of the ice. Tebow's going to come out to play it. As Jeremy Calkins was the one to force him to play that puck. Tebow looks sharp, just a couple goals given up. 1 goal given up here in the second period after coming in relief of Helmstetter. Puck comes into the left wing corner boards. Rodney Lalonde gets it back to the point to Zanicki. Now Lalonde back for Zanicki at the left point. Fakes the shot. Goes around one man. Now reverses sides with Blazek. Blazek gets the puck at the high slot. Now takes a shot. Shoots. Scores! Blazek with a little shot that just kind of stayed on the ice level and it beats Cernero to the 5-hole. Power play goal with 1:42 left in the second.
Yeah, they score their second power play goal of the tournament. Now, there was a little action in front of the net between Quinnipiac, and UCF. It was right in front of the goaltender, so it looked like that might have kind of blocked his view. So I don't think he really saw the puck the entire way.
Face off to the right, to center ice as it's after a goal. It's been a long week so far, but a fun week. A lot of really good hockey over the first couple days, over the first 2.5 days. Can't wait for those semifinal matchups tomorrow, the Brave and the Golden Grizzlies.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see a few more meaningful games today, as there's only one between Central Michigan and Air Force. Three pools locked up and 2 4 seeds and a 3 seed, which very surprising to see that.
Here's a quick shot, a save made by Tebow. The other matchup, here comes a penalty come to Central Florida. Don't do anything stupid. You already got the power play.
Here there's Bankston again. He takes his man down. There might be 3 or 4 penalties coming from all this.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. So we'll see which we got. One gentleman going off. Schneider's getting tossed.
Schneider for UCF is gone, you're saying? Yep.
Schneider is off. So is Drew Bengston going to the box.
Ooh. Quinnipiac player there in the box, not happy, getting yelled at by his coach there. Coach telling him to calm down. I don't know why he's so upset. I don't think he's happy about being boarded. He is freaking out over there.
Yeah, there's a couple guys in the box for Quinnipiac. One in the box for Central Florida. One gentleman already tossed.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to think there's at least, I mean, this might... 2 penalties for each team, it's looking like. I'm not quite sure how they'll put that up on the board quite yet.
Let's see what they do here. We're playing a little,
Yeah, they've just been shooting it back and forth between each other. Oh, he kind of messed that one up, though.
They're doing a little curling there for a second.
Goaltenders having some fun with each other there. Officials still trying to figure this one out. Why looked like the Quinnipiac coach was on the ice for a second. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell. Yeah, it looks like he was. I don't know what for.
I've honestly never seen that before. It's it looked like he wanted to be a part of that conversation there at center ice, but I don't think he's supposed to come out there, is he?
Yeah, not supposed to. I'm not sure why he did. Nonetheless, we're still getting things settled down here after a pretty rough takedown in the far corner boards.
Yeah, I mean, UCF really, I mean, they've kind of been playing borderline dirty here the last few minutes. I mean, there was another no call there on the check from behind, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 minutes ago that we thought could have been called, wasn't. I think they're just out there, they're chirping a lot, and you know what, I mean, it's sometimes what you see in these meaningless games.
So we got a 5 on the board.
Oh, wow.
For UCF, which was the penalty of the gentleman that got thrown out. That was Andrew Schneider. And then we got 1 2-minute minor on the board. And then I'm guessing the other penalties would be coincidental 5s. Yes. Joe Walker is going to have to serve Schneider's penalty. So we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes, and then the Brave will have a 3-minute power play after that to start the third period.
We'll have to listen in to see exactly what was called there. 5-minute major, I'm assuming, for boarding, but not positive. Not sure what they're going to call on the 2 Quinnipiac players.
Wait to find out here. Face-up will be to the left of Tebow. And it's won by the Brave. Comes back to the point. Now along the near side for Poulin. Gentleman loses a stick. One of the players loses a stick. That's Jack Tufts. 1 minute to go here in the second period. Here's a quick shot turn wide by Cernero. Comes around to the near side half boards. Back out to center ice. Quinnipiac trying to go hard in on the puck. That's Nolan Barrett. And he wins it away. Nolan Barrett has a 2-on-1. Barrett shoots, scores!
Wow, what a shot.
Nolan Barrett with a wrister over the glove side of Tebow. And a 4-on-4 goal gets it to a 6-1 Brave lead.
That was just a beautiful snipe there by Barrett. I mean, he went. It looked like it went back bar, and the goaltender really had no shot at that one.
That's just a great wrister right there. You saw he was looking to try to see if he could pass that one across. Central Florida did a good job of taking away the passing, forced him to shoot, and he says, okay, I'll take the shot. And he goes high glove side with 40 seconds left. Puck comes back to the left point, now sent in along the right side into the corner. Picked up by the Knights. Barrett's there. Excuse me, not Barrett, that's Russo. Double fours. Back comes Shane Brockman. Brockman into the zone, trying to get taken off the puck there as he battled with Prada. Now Brockman again battling for it. They don't know where it's at. Finally, Prada is able to locate. And it's still just kind of laying right on the ice. And this one is backhanded down with 4 seconds to go. They got some time. Takes a shot. Good save made and a rebound given up. There was time for a rebound. No time left on the clock. 6-1 Quinnipiac over UCF. And we will have some carryover penalty time here to start the third period. Jared, your thoughts?
Quinnipiac playing really well. I mean, 6-1 here, obviously up by 5. And they're not playing a lot of starters, as I've already mentioned before, so it's good to see some of these guys stepping up and still playing well. UCF just looks angry. I don't think they're too happy. I mean, they're just frustrated. I don't know what you got to tell them in the locker room, but I think they need to calm down the physical play a little bit, focus on playing good hockey, not force, but just, pressure the offensive zone a little, try to move the puck up ice, quicker, and have some better outlet passes to set that up.
All right, coming up, we'll have third period action. It's 6-1 Quinnipiac over UCF. You're listening to the 2018 ACHA Division III National Championships. Back here on the ACHA Division III National Championship. 6-1 Quinnipiac over UCF with a couple carryover penalties here to start the third period. It'll be 4-on-4 for 39 seconds, and then the Brave will have a 3-minute power play here to start the third frame.
It'll be a major penalty too, so as many goals can be scored and the penalty will not come off the board.
You are correct, sir. Let's see what Central Florida can do in this time and see if the Brave can add to their lead. And we're underway here in the third period, 6-1 in favor of the Brave. Back along the far side in front of the Braves bench. UCF spins it down into the corner away from a check with Zanicki. Zanicki one-hands it, battles in deep with Poulin. Zanicki gets it right back to the high slot. Here comes a shot. That one goes just wide off the stick of Knoppel. UCF trying to hold it in at the right point. They do, sending it down low as Blazik. Blazik looking to get the pass back to the point. He finally gets it to himself. Off the stick of Zalik. Along the far side half boards and picked up by Poulin again. Poulin loses an edge. Still able to shovel that one along to Jack Tufts.
UCF coming out a little better offensively. Let's see if the adjustments they made in the intermission helps them at all.
Here's a quick shot. That one goes just wide. Now the Brave are on the power play. 2:40 to go on that. 18:58 left in the third. 6-1 is the score. Nice little move there, but a better defensive play made by McGrath. And that's sent down the length of the ice.
He just looked back at the player. I don't know. It looked like he made some kind of hand signal at him. Not sure what happened there, though.
Point. The puck goes down into the corner, picked up by Chad Thompson. Thompson now spins it back up to Cho. Cho puts on the brakes, looking for Thompson. Puck comes free to the left half boards. UCF able to win the puck and send that down the length of the ice as Cernero comes out to drop it back.
With Quinnipiac on the power play now for the next 2 minutes to see if they now bring it into UCF's zone and create something down there, because it's been in Quinnipiac's zone for the first minute of this period.
Yeah, Quinnipiac now, right? Not a lot of pressure in their first couple chances in the offensive zone. 18 minutes left, 6-1. Quinnipiac over the Columbus Blue Jackets logo, goes into the zone, picked up by Liam McGrath. McGrath able to spin this one down the length of the ice. Cernero drops it back. PK goes for a change. Comes along back to the near side. And it's sent back in off a hard throw in by Shane Napolitano, who has a goal tonight. Or an assist, excuse me, not a goal. Thought he had a goal, but it's an assist.
I was looking at our sheet kind of
He's been all over the ice. I thought he had one.
Yes, he's been in the penalty box too a few times.
Puck comes all the way down the length of the ice. 58 to go on the power play. Picked up by number 20, Justin Leifer. Leifer up the boards. Good stretch pass up for Borgman. Borgman throws it over to the far side for Poulin. Poulin trying to drive front of the net. Tebow is down. Slides over to the right post. Now Poulin again. Back to the high slot for Borgman. Borgman drops it back to the left point for Leifer. Going cross ice. Leifer gets it back. Here's the one-timing attempt as Napolitano could not get the handle on the puck. 23 to go here on the power play.
Yeah, Thompson looked like, I think it was Thompson whiffed on that one. It was beautifully set up by his teammates, though, to get him that puck. Just couldn't finish on that one.
Quinnipiac now over the line at the high slot. Turning with it was Borgman. Cernero with 5 seconds left smacks the stick on the ice. And UCF clears the penalty time off the board. 5-on-5 hockey here. 6-1 Brave. They have clinched their spot in the semifinals tomorrow. They will take on the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. That, I believe, is the first game of the day. Second game of the day. CMU gets the first game. CMU or Air Force, as they will take on Hope College.
Almost threw a
be an icing call.
Almost threw a jinx on CMU. They're already penciling them there.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, they are my pick to win the whole thing, unlike Oakland with Captain Lou. But
yeah, Lou's looking pretty well there.
Yeah, he is.
He saw that one coming
before the season started.
Yeah, he had that one before the season started. He also, though, George Mason didn't turn out as well as he thought, though.
You win some, you lose some. And that is
correct there.
That is the way it goes. Here come the Knights along the left half boards, throwing it on Cernero, and that one gets turned wide. Knights hold it in at the point, picked up by Zanicki. Zanicki trying to go through one man, that was Poulin. Zanicki has it below the goal line, centering attempt, not there. Picked up by Liam McGrath. McGrath now trying to throw it back to the point, snuffed out by the Brave, and they come back out with it. It's Edward Cho. Cho looking for a centering attempt, not there. And then Tebow able to make the save. Cho just could not pull the trigger. Good defensive play right there. Back come the Knights into the far wing corner. Picked up by Zalik. Zalik trying to get this one back, goes through his legs, now backhands it into the right face-off circle, takes a shot, and Cernero turns that one wide in the far corner.
Cho's really been everywhere for Quinnipiac tonight. With the hat trick yesterday, 1 goal here tonight, and he could have more too.
Puck comes back out to the right point, and the Knights have to retreat. John Brockman. Brockman sends this one in deep. Cernero's there, backhands it to his defensive player, Anthony Prada. As we mentioned, a lot of guys scratched from tonight's game, not with injury, but just trying to give them a rest for tomorrow, as this one is going to be iced by the Brave, as they have 9 guys out of the lineup tonight.
Yeah, they'll have about, let's say this game ends, about 4:45. I think the Oakland game earlier that I called concluded about 1:15, so about 4 hours less rest coming into the game tomorrow. But it is the second game too, and Oakland with the 3-4 seeds playing earlier in the day, these 3-4 seeds are going to have a lot of rest.
Yeah, I think so too. They're going to have over 24 hours of rest in between the end of today's game and the start of tomorrow's. As this one's sent out front and they score. It's going to be off the stick of Shane O'Donnell, number 13. A full-strength goal, and it's 6-2.
Yeah, beautifully set up there from behind the net. I think it was where the pass came from, right in the slot area. The best spot to score from on the ice, and just buried that one. Looked like it went over, looked like it went maybe in between the blocker and the goaltender's body there on the left side of the net, the goaltender's right side.
Face off at center ice, off the goal, 6-2 now. Florida trying to crawl their way back into this contest. UCF brings this one into the zone, takes a shot, and a glove save made by Serrano, as Joe Walker had a pretty good look at the net. Gloves it down, and we get a whistle stopping play.
Looked like they credited Walker with an assist there as well. I think he was the one to feed it to him from behind the net.
Puck comes around below the goal line. Picked up by number 13, Shane O'Donnell. Can't hold the puck in. Now back come the Brave. Number 27, Shane Napolitano. Gains the line at the right point. Now Sarah Temp wasn't there. Throws another one back. Gets it right back to him from Chad Thompson.
Thompson looking for the hat trick here tonight.
Here comes a shot, a save made by Tebow as he fought that one off the stick of Borgman. Back out to center ice. Comes below the goal line of Cernero. Cernero over the red line, throws across ice. Picked up by 27, Shane Napolitano. Napolitano trying to throw that one in front, and that was knocked out of midair by Drew Bengston.
I've said his name a lot. And I'm speaking of Napolitano.
Comes back up over the blue line. Now controlled by Zalik. Zalik able to send this one in. UCF just content right now, dumping it in. Trying to go on the forecheck. Sent off the stick of Zalik. Off the hand, excuse me. Back come the Brave. Not able to get this one in was Dixon. 12:36 left in the third.
Thompson with a nice passer. As soon as I think it was actually just shy of the blue line. No look behind the back there to set that up for Cho, but he couldn't do anything with it.
Puck along the left half boards. Chipped back out to center ice. Picked up by Zalik. Zalik has it. Escape his stick. Now Jack Tufts Gets it out to the blue line. Good stretch pass up through the middle. Here come the Brave. Battling in front, taking a shot, turned wide by Jeremy Calkins. Over the Columbus Blue Jackets logo, Calkins and Blazik battle for it. Blazik has it, now drops it back to Knoppel. Knoppel over the line to Zalik. Zalik can't get this one in deep, picked up by Mark Russo, and his pass is out of the reach, and UCF able to regain possession momentarily. Comes back to the right point. They send it in below the goal line. Here's a quick odd angle shot off the outside of the cage by Hunter Sipperly. Comes around to the near side half boards. Quinnipiac able to chop this one out of the zone. Looking for Edward Show. Not there. Now Blazik. Blazik gets it over. Now a backhanded attempt rolled off the end of the stick. Looked like Shane O'Donnell, number 13. Just could not handle that quick pass. Here's a quick shot save made by Cernero on the short side. Comes back to the left point. Now high slot for Borgman. Here's another shot. Shoots. Rebound. Give it up. And it's turned wide by Cernero as diving in was Zanicki.
Yeah, Zanicki almost from his stomach was able to put that one in.
Comes back below the goal line.
Oh, that's...
Ran over. There was Walker with a good check. Back come the Brave. Braves centering this one up. Good stick out in front. Now firing right into the glove of Tebow from the stick of Mark Russo.
Yeah, it looked like it was Borgman who got knocked down back there. I mean, it looked like that UCF player came in from a long ways away. I was really surprised not to see a call there, especially how chippy this game's been.
Face-off will be to the left of Tebow. And it's controlled by UCF right at their blue line. Picked up by Blazik. Blazik comes into the zone. You know, both teams with a short bench. Here's a shot and a save by Cernero. UCF definitely a much shorter bench. Quinnipiac has a bigger roster, just resting some of their players today.
UCF lost a player, too, when he was thrown out with the game misconduct.
Here's a fake shot. Looking for the good clapper was Evan Maoni. Comes around to the far side, picked up by Liam McGrath. Now along the near side half boards, down low into the corner. And the Knights break back out with it. Picked up by Bengtson. Bengtson takes the shot, turned wide by Cernero. Now controlled by Stephen Neal. Neal can't clear the zone. Number 19 takes it away from 19. Zalik for UCF. Down low into the corner and off his gloves and tipped down the ice.
Quinnipiac goes for a change there. Maoni, number 2 for Quinnipiac. He's just been getting abused out there. He's been hit a lot this game. I wonder if you'll see him maybe not come back out the rest of this one and just conserve his body for tomorrow's game.
Right through the middle of the ice, picked up by Tufts. At the blue line. Now over the red line at center ice. Back come the Knights. Picked up by Blazik. Blazik trying to go through 3 Brave. Not there. Blazik below the goal line. Cernero trying to get the paddle on it. Quickly turned away and picked up by Poulin, and this one is tipped in. No icing called against the Knights. Against the Brave. Back in front of Lemieux. Tebow thinking of Mario Lemieux and thinking one thing and saying another thing. Back into the zone is Sipperly. And he's able to get this one in deep just for a second. Finally, Evan Maoni able to clear this one down. Less than 9 to go here in the third period. As we mentioned, Quinnipiac already in the semifinals tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against Oakland. And Hope will take on the winner of the next game here, Central Michigan and Air Force. Puck comes around to the near side half boards. Back out to center ice. Now controlled by number 4, Rodney Lalonde. Lalonde can't get it in deep. Quinnipiac able to clear this one down the length. Picked up by Chad Thompson. Thompson gets this one back. Back out to center ice in the Knights game. The red line send this one in deep off the outside of the cage from Sonero. Picked up by Jack Sullivan. Sullivan takes his man down. No penalty call. Don't see any arms up. Now picked up by Napolitano. He backhands this one into the zone. Next whistle will be the immediate timeout.
Refs, I think, just trying to keep this I think they're just trying to keep this game moving with that no call. It looked like a pretty obvious knockdown, but I mean, with it being 6-2 and no implications in this game, I think they just want to get it over with.
Puck along the far side boards for Sullivan, or excuse me, for Poulin, number 21. Back to the point for Borgman. His shot turned wide. UCF has a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Back with it is Shane O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for the pass and a good block out in front. Shoots. Good save made by Cernero. And a rebound attempt is covered up, but a good save made by Leifer to take away the passing lanes. That will take us to our immediate timeout. 6-2 Quinnipiac. 7:10 left in the third. You're listening to the 2018 ACHA Division III National Championships. Back here at the Chiller North Ice Arena, 6-2 Quinnipiac, 7-10 left here in the third. Face off to the left of Cernero. Back to the point, off the draw is Borgman. Brockman, number 14, gets it right back. High slot, takes a shot, deflected wide. Now it's Timothy Poulin. Poulin up the boards, finds Cho. Then he gets directed off the puck. And back at center ice over the Blue Jackets logo. Jack Tufts gains the line at the right point, then quickly back out as UCF playing some pretty good defense right on their blue line. Coming up next, the winner take all games, Central Michigan and Air Force. Back into the zone is Cho. He gets taken out. It's going to be a penalty here on Quinnipiac as it's at the right point and finally touched up. 6:28 left in the third, 6-2 Brave.
Looks like it's a hooking call there. Good call by the official. Just got a stick right across the mid-body area and took him down right in front there.
Yep, it's going to be on Shane Brockman.
First penalty of this period, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of stoppages of play. Not a lot in the first, a little bit more in the second, and the third still nothing as that one's turned away by Tebow. Back at the point is Prada. Prada takes a shot, that one's turned wide, and turned up by Tebow. Face-off will be to the right of Tebow with 1:49 left on the power play. 6-2 left, or 6-2 is the score. 6:17 left in the third. This one's cleared down the length of the ice. Cernero is there. He's going to drop it off and leave it for Sullivan. Sullivan now over in front of the Quinnipiac bench. Picked back up by Dixon. Dixon takes a shot and a glove save made by Tebow. It was a dandy. Nice little glove save. 1.5 left on the power play. 6 left here in the third.
Looks like we got some talking going on there between two players. Not quite sure what's going on there, but with 5:59 remaining, 6-2, I mean, I don't see UCF coming back from this one.
Yeah, it's going to be something tough here for the night. for this Knights.
Especially, with nothing to play for. It'd be different if both these teams were fighting for a semifinal spot, but with both fates sealed, we'll just see what happens from here, though.
Puck over the blue line, now taken away. Here comes a breakaway. Here's Bengstrom. Bengstrom takes a shot off the post.
That net's off.
And then he puts it right back. Cernero actually put it back on himself. As a giveaway at center ice, Bengstrom.
Ooh, oh, that's a bad hit there. Watch out, the goalie's coming out. Oh, that's a dirty hit right there. The goalie gives a little slash at a Bengtson.
Yeah, they're going to toss him.
Yeah, that's a good call. Maoni went down hard there. He's been abused this game too. That's just a dirty hit. That's something you don't want to see.
Yeah, that's especially in this kind of game. Zanicki. Zanicki's going to go off. So someone's going to have to serve that penalty.
Yeah, we'll see what exactly the call is. They already got someone in the box for 57 more seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5.
Oh, yeah, they do put up the 5-minute major. Good call there by the official, I think.
Yeah, no, just a slash that took him out of the play.
Was it a slash? I didn't quite
catch it. So UCF was claiming that there was a slash before that hit. They didn't get it called, and then the player got taken out.
Gotcha.
I'm guessing it's got to be an interference or a roughing call.
Okay. And I think that was the first time Maoni hit the ice after I was talking about. I'd be surprised almost to see him come out. I don't see him coming back to the ice after that. There's no point of risking injury. He's been hit hard a lot of times.
Yeah, he really has. Puck comes back out to Justin Leifer. .540 left on the 5-on-3. Back to the point is Leifer. The Brave trying to set things up here. Comes to Borgman. Borgman back for Leifer. Leifer cross ice. Comes back to the high slot. If the Brave don't score, this penalty will take us almost to the end of the contest. Central Florida wins the puck. Hard around the glass. Kept in by Borgman. Goes down into the corner, but the Knights able to win this one free, and they clear this one off the ref. And then finally down as
he apologized
Lalonde
to him there.
Gave the ref a little tap on the back, said, sorry, didn't mean to hit you with the clearing attempt. As they know the kind of game this is, just a pride game for both teams. As it's stopped by Tebow, he's going to cover it up. Quinnipiac already in the semifinals tomorrow. I believe that's a 7 o'clock start for them against Oakland.
Yeah, this 5-minute major too will take us down to about, I think it's going to be about
30 seconds.
15, yeah, about 35 seconds, somewhere around there. So basically 5-on-4 for the rest of the game here, because even if they score, it will remain 5-on-4.
Puck comes to the near side, half boards, goes down low. Back to the right point, fakes the shot, goes into the corner. Picked up around the boards, and the Brave cannot hold the point. And this one's chopped back out of the zone to Mark Russo. Russo now back over for Poulin. Poulin's going to drift behind his cage and try to kill some time off this clock. Just let this thing kind of wind itself down. Poulin turns away with it. Jack Tufts in between the face-off dots, back into the neutral zone. Back over the blue line. Below the goal line now for Quinnipiac. What have you liked out of their game today, Jared?
I don't think they've been as impressive as they have been the 2 days. I know the score is 6-2. I just don't think they've been as impressive, but still looking very good. They've moved the puck pretty well. And plus they have 9 starters scratched. So, it'll be interesting to see how they play again tomorrow with them back in the lineup. But I just think I think they give teams issues. I think, they move the puck well. I think they skate very well. They can get behind your defense quite easily on some points, and I think that's what leads to, they don't get a lot of chances, but when they do, it's a good opportunity usually. And I think that's because they kind of just, they play aggressive and they're able to get behind you, more than you would expect them to.
Quinnipiac takes a shot. That's off the stick of Chad Thompson. 2 minutes to go on the 5-on-4 5-minute penalty for UCF. 2:20 left here in the third period.
I think it's going to be a fantastic game tomorrow between them and Oakland. I think, Oakland has the leader in points so far. Obviously, Central hasn't played. Nathan Elgire was leading it coming in today, but Zach Mass has just played fantastic this tournament. He had another great performance today. So I think it's going to be really interesting. I think we're going to see a pretty high-scoring game, in my opinion, in that game. I mean, Kings played really well for Quinnipiac, but I think there's going to be a lot of shots and a lot of offense in that game. So expect a high-scoring one there.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think the key for these Quinnipiac Brave is going to be how can you control the play of Zach Massa. I mean, you're not going to be able to stop him. He's going to score, but how can you contain him to be able to limit the damage and get yourselves in a position to go to the finals?
I mean, in that Oakland game, I think the Zach Massa line had, I think they scored 7 goals, or 9 or something like that. And I mean, that line had 6 of them.
Here's a quick shot, save made by Tebow, back out to center ice.
So it's really just about neutralizing them. That line, if you're happy if that line scores 1 or 2 goals and a big hit there.
And for UCF, this is another team where the SCHC has had a pretty good presence. Florida Gulf Coast and the Knights, both out of that division in the tournament this year. University of South Florida was there last year. Tampa was there the previous 2 years. I think for UCF to be able to go through the regional, make it to nationals, just like George Mason and Georgia Tech, they've had an opportunity to grow the program. Back with it is tongue-tied, Zalik, and it's turned wide by Cernero.
And you can really use it as a recruitment. I mean, recruiting's hard in the ACHA. You can't offer scholarships. You got to convince them to play. These guys are paying to play. It's not like it's not even free. It's not like they're not getting scholarships first off, but they're paying to play in these games and all year. And hockey's expensive, so it racks up. So it's tough to you got to get commitment out of these guys. And a guy coming to your school knowing that you've been to the ACHA National Championship, that'll give them a lot more motivation to want to come play for you, and hopefully you can get more guys and become a better program because of it.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's going to be the key for Central Florida going forward and other teams like that. Arkansas put up a really good showing. Unfortunately for them, they had a win, no losses, 2 ties, and the way that the pool play works, they will not make it to the semifinals. As the final horn sounds, Quinnipiac sweeps the bracket. They go 3-0, and they will look to continue their magical run tomorrow as they will take on Oakland at 7 p.m. Jared, your final thoughts?
I liked what I saw at Quinnipiac. I think they can use this game, knowing they didn't have the full strength of all their starters playing. I think they're going to look at this as another building block. 3-0 in their pool with a tough pool with Michigan State being in it. And I feel like they've just built off each win. It's given them more confidence to play with, and I think they're going to go into that game tomorrow thinking they can win. I mean, obviously every team's going to think they can win, but I think they have a real shot to take down Oakland tomorrow, and it's going to be a fantastic game.
All right, for Jared Nyland, I'm Marcus Grosnick. Your final score here, Quinnipiac Braves 6, UCF Florida Knights 2. You're listening to the 2018 ACHA Division National Championships as Central Michigan and Air Force will be coming up at 5:30. So long, everybody.